Can't I see myself? And let's see how it goes this night, this evening. It's a wonderful section. It's going to be a wonderful evening. Yeah. Um, can I see some good evening? Good evening. Yeah. Good evening, guys. If you can hear me, say you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me, say you can hear me. Let me see comments. Let me see your comments in the comment section. Let me see your responses in the comment section. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Awobajo. Wonderful. Sorry, I'm not sure I pronounced that well. Okay. Taiwo Felicia, you can hear me. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Ayomi Date. Good evening, Justin. Good evening, Happy Israel, Queensley. Oh, I see Queensley again. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Ridwan. Good evening, Gabriel. Good evening, Grace. John, I'm glad to hear you guys. I'm glad to see you guys, rather. It's going to be a wonderful evening today. I I do hope that you have practiced during the weekend. I do hope that you've practiced during the weekend because we've gone through a whole lot last week. We've gone through a whole lot last week, and yeah, good evening, Daniel. Good evening, Samuel. I see you guys. Welcome on board. Welcome to class. Welcome to class, everybody. It's 7 minutes past seven, and oh, I'm wonderful. Gifts. I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. All right. Well, it's a wonderful weekend. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend also, and it's actually a productive weekend for me. I hope it's a productive weekend for you all also. Yeah, finally it's here. Wonderful. uh, I had a little glitch while I was on my way. My laptop had a slight headache and it just went off, and it gave me a little pull back on how today's class will go, but then here am I. Wonderful. I'm glad to be here, and the laptop is actively working. Uh, I will just wait a few more minutes for some of you, some people that are not here to come up, uh, so that we don't have people pulling us back, pulling us back. We've gone. Excuse me. We've gone. Oh, the PC is begging for help. Yeah, right. The PC is begging for help. Well, it's been working, overly working. Yeah, I would say it's been overly working, and sincerely, it's what you expect from PC when you use it and overuse it. Sometimes the develop headache, just like you yourself. When you work yourself up, you probably develop headache or you break down if you don't take care of your health. So as a creative, you have to always make sure you take care of your personal health and then you take care of your PC. All right, you take care of your PC. It's very important. It's very important. Okay. I'm just trying to see if. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. So, thank God. I'm waiting for 7:10 so that we can move up and because I'm gonna do a lot of screen sharing today. There is actually no time to waste. There is no time to waste. I can't hear any sound. Try, Adi, let me try to check your. I think other people can hear me. I think other people can hear me. So if you can't hear my sound, uh, probably you should just check yourself. So I think that was on Friday. On Thursday, we had a little bit section. I took you guys a lot about on CapCut and everything that does with that CapCut has to bring us. We dealt with export importing. Yeah, we dealt with importing and arranging of clips. We dealt with cutting. We dealt with cutting, right? Uh, let me check my slides. Let me see my slide again. We dealt with cutting. We thought about all the. Can you guys just remind me some of the things that we did using CapCut, all the things that we did using CapCut, because we are going to do everything likewise again using Premiere Pro, and then we get to export. We didn't get to export using CapCut the last class. I'm not sure. Also, how to add audio, wonderful, wonderful. Cutting and arranging, wonderful. Did we get to export? Did we get to export using both CapCut and Premiere Pro? Because I've been seeing a little bit. Some of you guys have been saying, "Oh, your laptop crashed, Jonathan. Sorry about that. Making do with your phone. That's wonderful. You always have to work. That's a productive, a proactive creator. A bit creative, whichever one goes." All right, adding audio, wonderful. Adding audio, okay. So, let me quickly ask, what part of CapCut has been intriguing for you so far? What part of CapCut? Please, I haven't succeeded in doing anything on CapCut because I'm using mobile. Well, gifts, Onyeshi, if you're using CapCut mobile, it's just all the same. It's just all the same. I'm trying to pull up my CapCut. I'm trying to pull up my CapCut so that you guys can see. You can see it's all the same thing that you are seeing. I hope I can switch between you guys seeing CapCut and you seeing Premiere Pro the same time. I'll just try and do that. Uh, So there's really no difference when you use your CapCut on your mobile and the one you use on your laptop. There's just a little bit difference. Difference is all you need to just do is understand uh, your user interface. All right. Uh, how do we go about it, please? Go about what? Please, can you guys come again? Um, Zahalisha, I'm not sure what you are saying. Alicia, I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay. Gabriel, you mean the act version? Act version of what? Okay. Okay. Holy Har Solomon, you can. I'm sure you are joining the class late because we've talked about the applications you can use on your mobile. So we've talked about that. We've told you to switch to using CapCut on mobile is the best for now until well there's also edit for Instagram, edit for reels. I think that's the name. Edit for reels is an Instagram app, just like CapCut looks like a app made for TikTok. Um, Let me try and look it up again and confirm if I know. Oh yeah, edits. If you check your if you're using iOS or iPhone or you're using Android, you can check your app store. Edits for Reels. I think that's the right name. It's an Instagram app that you use for editing, video editing, just like CapCut. It has some of the features too, similar features like CapCut, but you don't get to have all the integrity of what CapCut can give you on uh, the other app I'm mentioning, edits. All right, yeah, Instagram, McLean, yeah, right. Hubong, thank you. Hubong Nathan, thank you also. I'm glad the class is productive for you. Yeah, the Abimbola, the interface are not alike. The interface on the mobile is not the same as the interface the on on the mobile. It's different. The one on the laptop on the desktop is different from the one on the mobile, but it's similar. We've explained severally. It's similar. I can share a screen. It's similar. It's all similar. You see your programs panel. You see your timeline. You work majorly with your timeline and your source monitor. I explained the time source monitor. So there is virtually no difference. You just have to understand what you're doing. All right. If you're just joining, okay, let me just let that slide. All right. So, Tech, can you just show me my slide? Let me just run through the slide, then I come back to showing you guys. All right. Thank you. So I was saying just now that the program monitor and the source monitor are together on CapCut. They are together on the same place, both on your mobile. All right, on your mobile, your programs monitor is the same thing as your source monitor. It's just the screen where you view what you are doing. That's all. Then you have your timeline beneath it. You have your timeline beneath it. Your program, your project panel could be when you want to import. Either you import through adding an overlay or you import through adding another clip by clicking the plus on your mobile. Okay, I think my CapCut is up now. I will just share my screen for the CapCut also so that you guys can see. Uh, okay, I don't think I can share two screens at a time. Sorry about that. I can't share two screens at a time, so I will just make do with. Okay, let's just switch to um, talking about our slide first. Then let me go through the slide, and then we're done. Yeah, you are going to get the slide, Emmanuel. You're going to get the slide. We'll try and put it up to you guys, sent to your mail. I think the technical team are still working on getting across to everybody. All right. So, Tech, can you just go back to my slide? Let me finish with the slide then. Thank you. All right. So, we've talked about all this. We've talked about the selection tool. When I get to the CapCut, to the uh, I'm just trying to brush through for you guys everything that we talked about last week so that you don't miss out on anything that we are doing. It will now look like it's a new thing. We're not doing anything new again. All right. We did all this cutting and trimming, and so I'm going to take you through this ripple edit and edit rolling edit, what they do. Okay, I think we did ripple edit on CapCut. We did ripple edit on CapCut, if you can remember. When we clicked and dragged our clips in an editing way, rolling it back or moving forward in an editing way. All right, so that's the ripple edit. It took you guys, did it take you guys through editing transitions, adjusting length and popular transitions? It took you guys through. Sorry, you guys lost me for a moment. I'm sorry. I also lost you guys for a moment. Network, yeah. All right, so we will get to color correction, audio edit, and customizing presets. All right, we're going to do a lot about audio edit this week, a lot about audio editing this week, so that you guys can understand that apart from the fact that you are a video editor that cuts videos together, audio works hand in hand with video. All right, you, there's literally no videoing without having audio. There's no video editing without audio editing. Even a video without a sound has a sound. Yeah, just like a screen, a blank screen, a black screen is a video. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. A black screen is a video. It could be you can we explain about a transition called deep to black or dissolve. All right, so those one of the things. When you dissolve to black, you're showing a black screen, and then your video is still going on, and then you come back with another clip. That's still a video. So if there is no sound at all, that's also a presence of sound. I hope you understand what I'm saying. The way video editors work, we just make do with everything. Everything cuts into place. Every second counts. Every second count in video editing. So we took you to exporting. All right. So I'm gonna do export on Premiere Pro and export on CapCut again for you guys before the end of the class. So everything we do today, we're gonna do we're going to bring in all our shots and bring in our shots, cut them, put a sound, put a sound and export. output a sound and export, edit the sound and also export. I'm going to take you through that very soon. So that's just everything that we need to do on the slides. So let's go to, um, are you guys ready? If you are ready, say I'm ready. Ubong, sorry, I don't get what you are saying. All right, okay, you're ready. You're ready. Wonderful, wonderful. So let's switch to my screen now. Let me share. Let me first of all take you through the video editing. All right, wonderful, um, wonderful. So this is the interface you see immediately you want to, or rather, this is the interface you see immediately when you open your Premiere Pro. This is the interface you see when you open your Premiere Pro. For those of you that have done one or two different works before on your Premiere Pro, you will see the list of the items or the files that you've edited on, worked on before on this interface. This is the welcome. This is the home screen. All right. So this is where you either open projects that you've worked on before or you open a new project. You could even click here, a new file with same as a new project depending on what you choose. I can click new file, it will bring me here. I can go back home there again. All right, so this is not, doesn't want me to go back home, doesn't want me to go back home. All right, I'm back home. So I could create a new project and it still comes back here. Did you guys see that? So for video editing, there are like at least two ways you could do the same thing. I think I talked about that um, the first week. Talked about that the first week. They had like two different ways, at least. Sometimes you could have up to five different ways you could do the same thing and you still get the same output. All right. So this is just you opening you project name. Let's say let's call it DSA week 3. All right, sorry, week 3. All right, so that's the project name. All right, I'm just going to copy that because I'm going to need that again. All right, so for you to choose, you have to choose either, excuse me, either you leave your project at the default location. Normally, Premiere Pro, the same with CapCut, they save your file to a default location on your system. But then at the first week we explain about organization. All right, we explain about organization, organizing your clips, your folders. Every of the clips that you want to use in editing has to be in a folder. The same way, it's best that your Premiere Pro um, file, the file you are saving, you, your project has to be saved in the folder that you are working on so that you can easily access it, so that in case you have to take up the system and take it to another, take up your editing and use another sub system, just like I did. I had to use a different laptop yesterday to edit a project because my own personal PC was acting up. So it happens like that. It happens like that. So you will be saved when you have all your files in the same folder on your system. All right. So let me just put this up. So for you to locate that program's location, you can see that just choose location and it will open where you can. I hope you guys are seeing this. Oh, okay. You guys can see that. Uh, okay, you couldn't see what popped up. So let me just so it will pop up. A program location will pop up that you'll be able to choose where exactly you want your files to be saved. So I'm just going to shoot my document and then a folder I've created called DSA video editing. So I select that folder and then I hope you are seeing document DSA video editing. Let me check if you guys are seeing that. Yeah, you're seeing it. Document DSA video editing. That's what I chose. So that's just all you have to do here. There are several other things that you could do here, but I'm not going to take you through that because it's not really necessary. All right, it's not necessary. At this place, you could select the files that you want to import from this space, but it can get clumsy for you. These clips that you are seeing are presets, Premiere Pro presets, like clips that have been put in place, like it came with the software. All right, so they are free. You can use at any time. If you are seeing it just like I'm seeing it, you can use it just like I can use it. But I'm not going. I don't need that. You could You see, tutorial, going home project, all these things. There are footages that you can use for tutorial for Premiere Pro. But I could change my location and look for where to choose my files. I could come to my user or my document and look for my files, but I'm not going to do that. So I don't need that. So this panel also, you could do a lot of editing in case you import files from here. You could create a sequence with those files and it's going to arrange it as a sequence for you in a sequential order for you. All right, that's just what this whole panel is all about. You don't need to do much. All you need to do is to create your project name and then choose a folder where it can be imported, where you can save your project. All right, so everything you do in Premiere Pro, anything you do will be saved in that folder. So I will just click. All you need to do is left to do is just click create right here. All right. So when you click create, it's going to unfold and go into Premiere Pro. My shout. So I'm going to allow that load for a minute or so, and then we are good to go. We'll be at the forefront, ready to edit. So depending on the kind of laptop you are using, yours might be faster than mine because I'm currently not using my own personal PC. I don't know what happened. So this is where you come up with. This is the import panel. Did we? This stuff is not. This is the edit phase. All right. This is the edit phase. This is what we need. This is where we imported just now. This is the edit phase. And this is the export phase. All right. So we are doing edit phase depending on the kind of Premiere Pro you are using, the version you are using actually. If you are still using probably 2020, I'm not sure you are going to be seeing all this panel. All you will see is the edit phase coming up at you. All right. So this all these panels, this is your source monitor, this is your programs monitor, this is your timeline, this is your project panel. All right, this is your tools, these are your tools that you can work with, you want to work with. These are the tools. All right, so I'm pushing through, I'm trying to be as fast as I can so that you guys don't I don't waste too much time. I hope you guys can still ask following. If you are following, say I'm following. Alright. My Premiere Pro is lagging. Please, what can I do? Okay, Daniel, if your Premiere Pro is lagging, probably you need to close it and reopen it, or upgrade your RAM. Could be your RAM that is slowing down. Sometimes when your RAM is too small, like if you're using a 4 gig RAM on your laptop, it will slow down. If you're even using a 8 gig RAM, to an extent, it will still slow down, depending on the kind of work you are doing. And sometimes it could even be as a result of all the things that you have piled up on your system. Try to close other applications, so that, because Premiere Pro takes a whole lot of processing speed and memory, so it will slow down if you have a lot of applications opened at the same time. Currently, I have um, Chrome, Premiere Pro, and CapCut opened on my own laptop, so you probably it will probably slow down a bit because I'm having a 8 gig RAM laptop here, Core i5, and it could slow down because I'm opening both Premiere Pro and CapCut at the same time. So thank you guys for saying you are following. I will keep moving on. All right. So I've explained. Okay, this last one is your audio monitor. Just like you have your video, your timeline, your monitor, your programs monitor, right? You have your programs monitor where you see the sound coming out, and you have your source monitor where you see the sound, where you see the video rather coming up, playing through. You will also have your audio here playing through. You see the signal. Once you play anything, you see the signal move up and down. Once there's a audio feed. All right. So all these panels that you are seeing can be rearranged to suit yourself, depending on what you want, depending on how you want it. I could have this whole learning panel removed. I don't need it. I could right click, and click close panel. So others will adjust themselves. Did you guys see that? So this is what I want. This is how I want it to be. I could even rearrange and remove the project panel and probably take it somewhere else. I could so I could click and drag it somewhere else. I could click and drag it somewhere else. So this is my programs panel. It's too big. I can reduce it. I could reduce this also. So you could do a lot of things. This is my audio. I could reduce it. That you could do a lot of things. Adjust it to suit how you want. Adjust it to suit how you want. I just put okay, I don't need this media browser actually. I could close that. So usually this is how I leave my own personal workspace. This is personal workspace. So there are different precepts, personal workspace precepts that are already on Premiere Pro software. So the same thing with CapCut. I think I showed you guys about that last week. So there are basic ones like all panels we get popped up. There are several panels. All these things that you are seeing, all these places that you are seeing now, they will come out. They will show up on the screen if you click up panel. There is assembly. There is audio. If you are dealing with, you want to edit only audio. For some video editors, they choose whichever one they want to do depending on what they are doing. Sometimes you could even click color, and then the color panel will show up. It's going to take some time, a few seconds, a minute, depending on how fast your system is. So where is it? So it's going to rearrange based on the preset. Are we there yet? Okay. So this is how it arranged itself for color panel. I don't like it. I could come and click edit. This is just to adjust the way your timeline is. So I could just click edit, But for me, I don't like the way it is. Or let's just leave at edit so that it doesn't confuse you guys where I'm bringing this from or where I'm bringing that from. Okay, so I will just leave it at edit, workspace, editing. All right, don't forget workspace, editing. If you are following, say I am following. So sorry about that. If you can't see, probably you um increase the quality of the video. Maybe you're watching at 144 pixel. You can increase it to about 720 or 1080 or 480 or thereabout. CapCut, please. We are getting to CapCut. I'm getting to CapCut. Don't worry, guys. This is just 738. We'll get back to CapCut very soon. You can reduce noise from your audio. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, this week we are going to deal a lot with audio editing. So thank you, guys. All right. So this is my project. I don't need this. I don't need some of this stuff. So sometimes I just clean it off because I don't need them. All right. We could eventually need marker. I don't need history. So so I deal with this. So you can import your videos in different ways. You could you could double click on this space and it will bring up the importing panel where you can choose your files, or you could come to files, or rather, where is it? Import, yeah, file, import. You will see import down the road. You click it, it will still give you the same thing. It will still pop up on your screen, the importing panel, or you could go to your folder and open up your folder and just drag it in. So that's three ways to import. You could just go up on your folder and drag it into this project panel. All right, so I'm just going to double click and then import my clips, DSA. Okay, I'm looking for the folder now, DSA clips, import folder. I'm going to I'm going to click import folder. You can import a whole folder. When you open that panel, you see either import folder, the same thing with CapCut. Either you import folder or you open the folder and import each clip. So I'm just going to import the folder. So it's loading up. So you see the folder when it comes up now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you guys can see it. Wonderful. All right, so these are the same clips we worked with when we were doing the CapCut. So I can reduce this by clicking. You guys can see the different list view. So the more clips that are here, the more folders that are here, the more you can reduce what's here. So because it's only one, that's why it's filling up the screen, the project panel screen. So so you can double click, it will open the folder up. And then you can see all your clips. You could even click the icon view where you can check it out. You can check it out. So I was explaining the other time that I used to arrange this to suit myself, these old panels to suit myself, so that I can see what I'm doing very well. So I'm going to close this now and drag this project panel. I drag it to this side of the screen so it fills up, and then I'm able to see what I'm doing clearly. I can drag this effect to join it here and this marker to join it here. So now I have this whole place for my timeline, and then this side for my project. All right, so it can be, it's easy for me. Do you see now? I can see everything I need to see right here. I can see everything I need to see right here. I can open my folders. It's easy for me this way. So depending on what is easy for you, how best you can arrange everything to suit yourself, to work yourself. So that's just the way it is. Just try to check it out, see how it's working, check which one rearrange. You could even reset, go to Windows and reset it in case you made a mistake and you have scattered everything and you can't find something. You just go back to Windows, and then you look for what you are looking. See edit here. I can close this effect panel and then still come back here and find effects here. It will come back there. Can you guys see? It will come back there. So you can rearrange all this depend to suit yourself. So we imported some folders. So I'm just going to, because we don't have much time, we are going back to CapCut very soon. So I'm just going to double click this. It will show on my source panel. So there are different panels here. If you can see, there is a source panel, there is the effect control panel. You can click to drag this. You can adjust all this to suit. So effect control panel only majorly work with what's on your timeline. All right. So let's just try and sorry. Let's just try and import a file. All right. For you to, I mean, bring a file to our timeline. All right. So for you to bring files to your timeline, there are two different ways. I think Charles has explained to you guys. So you could double click on it from your program panel, or rather, sorry, from your, what is it called now? Project panel, and then it shows on your source monitor, and then you could click in and out. In is for I, out is for O. I, that's a shortcut, but then, sorry, Control Z, you can click on this in, marker out, marker in. I'm even surprised that my in marker is not showing right now. Okay, it's showing now. Alright, so I'm just gonna click in and then wash through what I want need and then click out. You guys are seeing that in and out just to pick the exact point where you want to bring into your timeline. That's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to click. If I click on this screen and drag it to my timeline, it's going to come and create a new timeline. So I explained there are several ways that you can do the same thing in Premiere Pro. Again, I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to repeat that. Control Z. I did in and out here to pick where exactly I need to use on my video, and I dragged it into my timeline to create a sequence. To create a sequence. All right. There's another way you could do that. You can go and create your sequence first. Now, sequence is very important as exporting. All right. If I am going to drag this video into this timeline and it create a sequence, it will create a sequence based on the settings on the video. So if this video is a 720p video, I'm just going to check that and confirm. So I can right click and check properties. So this is a 1080p 1920 by 1080p 1080 landscape video shot at 29 frames, 29.97 6 frames per second. That's 8 frames per second. All right. So, and the audio format is 44,100 hertz. Oh man, this is a lot of details that you guys need to understand. Well, when I was learning video editing, it wasn't, I wasn't thought about all that. I wasn't thought about all that. I just figured it out myself. All right. Some things you have to figure out yourself. So the same thing I did here, by dragging this into this place, I could also right click or come to files and come to new and create sequence. So you see a lot of preset sequence, DSLR camera sequence, depending on what you want. Usually you can choose between these three. Just come to DSLR, digital SLR, 1080p. That's the best settings you should always use when you are editing a landscape video. All right. So you could click um 30 frames per second video, and then once you click it, you just let me pull this up. Once you click it, you could just click enter, and then it will create the sequence. Or you can come to settings and you can decide what you want to do yourself. You can customize everything yourself depending on what you want. 60 frames per second. You could, I hope you guys are following. You could do a lot of things, but then some of those things you don't need to touch any of them so that you don't scatter your Premiere Pro. Don't scatter your Premiere Pro. So best thing is come to click on the clip, one of his DSLR 1080p, 1080p 30 frames per second, and click enter. All right, that's one way to create a sequence, and to create a sequence without any video in it. But then there are certain things that happens when you do something like this. I hope you guys are following. What does it mean? I'm seeing some questions. Please, how can I achieve editing part? Oh, sorry about that. 34 per second in a video, please. Okay. Sure, ma'am. I'm trying to read your message. What does it mean when you say? Okay, so uh, let's just please write your questions down so that we don't cheat on our time and we can go as fast as possible. Write your questions down. We'll come back to you. All right. Thank you, Truth. Thank you for answering that question for her. That's the best way you can explain that. All right. So I just created a sequence by coming to file and then opening new, creating sequence. I can also create a sequence by right clicking here, and see sequence is also here. That's another way to create sequence. And the best way, the third way, if you are sure about the settings that you use to shoot your video, maybe you shot at 4K, you shot your video at 4K, but you want to edit in 1080. You have to bring in opening a sequence in 1080, just like I did this one, and then drag your video in. It will be bigger. So it will be bigger. Let me just show you what I mean. I don't have a 4K video here, but when you drag this in, it's going to pop up this, and this is saying that the clip has a different settings as the timeline. This is because I went to create a sequence by myself. I did not use the settings of the video to create the sequence. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So you could change the settings to suit the video that you are editing, or you keep the existing settings that you created. So for me, I'm going to change the sequence settings so it can follow the same pattern as the video I am editing. It can follow the same pattern. All right. So that's just that about creating sequence and in Premiere Pro. So Premiere Pro is more technical and more professional than CapCut. To be candid, it has a lot of technicalities to it that you will eventually need to learn, and you wouldn't be able to even adjust some of these things that you are adjusting in CapCut. You have little space to adjust different things. All right, so this is adding different audio clips together. I'm just going to add them together depending on if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm hovering over these clips. I'm holding when I select on any of them. I can allow my mouse to move over them, and I see what the video is, what kind of clip is inside. You understand what I'm saying? The same thing that I can do by double clicking and it's showing on my source file. All right, on my source monitor. So I'm just going to click I and move it forward and press O as my out. In point and out point, the same thing that you do here, mark in, mark out. All right, that's what it does. So if I drag this whole clip, it will bring both the audio and the video together. This is the audio panel down the line. This is the video panel up above the line. You can see it here. They write A1, V1, V1, V2 to maybe V100, as many as you can overlay on each other. The same thing with audio. All right. So that's just about importing your clips, and then this is about ripple. I'll get to editing now. Oh, time is gone. Time is fast spent. So I hope you guys understand what I'm doing so far. I'm just going to bring in one more. Double click and then it's showing here, and then I click my out and come forward and click my O, and then sorry, and then I click and drag the two drag, and it brings both the video and the audio together. Now there's something I want to tell you. Guys, pay attention. There's something I want to tell you. By the way I'm expanding and reducing this panel, this timeline, is by pressing plus and minus on your keyboard. Pressing plus, the same thing that you can do right here by clicking and dragging this whole panel. You increase and then you drag it. So I've explained to you. You are seeing it again. There are several ways to do the same thing. You could even click on I think it's Alt. For those that are using Windows, you just click on Alt, and then you can reduce Alt, but you can click Alt and then do your scroll ball, and then it will reduce and increase like that. Scroll up, it will increase. Scroll down to reduce by holding Alt. So that's another way of increasing that. But the best way you can is either you drag this or you use your plus and minus um, key on your keyboard. All right, that's the way to do that, to increase that. So I wanted to say something that importing, bringing a video to your timeline from your source monitor, you can do in two ways. You can either drag the video itself and bring it in. I've imported that. Let me find another clip. All right. All right. So I can let me key in and out. All right. So I can click and drag this video, and it will bring both the video and audio together into my timeline. One, or that's one. All right. Let me drop it. I can also click. See, if you check under, you will see, after you see this fit, you will see a box that shows video, and then another one that shows audio. So you can click that box and drag only the video inside. And in case it's the audio that you want to drag alone, you can click the audio signal you are seeing beside the video icon, the audio icon, and click and drag only the audio. By the way, the audio file cannot show on the video part, it will only show on the audio part. So you see, I can drag it. That's when you want to use the audio separately, or you don't need the video, you don't need the audio, you only need the video. So you can click and drag only the video. Are you guys seeing that? That's a way to separate your audio. That's one way to separate your audio from your video. Another way to separate your audio from your video, if you see when I click it now, it's highlighting both the video and audio. All right, you could do it another way by, check here, you see linked selection. On this part, you will see insert and override sequence. You see your snap in timeline that makes your video snap to every point. You see snap. You are seeing the line, black line, but that is showing that I'm snapping. Is snapping to every junction that you can see. All right. Once you click out the snap, it will not do like that anymore. It will just keep moving anyhow. Let me use that word. So usually you want to use your snap by pressing, either clicking or pressing S to bring it up. Then this is the third one, linked selection. Linked selection means that any video and any clip you bring in, you import into your timeline that came with the audio, they are linked together. So this link selection always makes it selected together in such a way that when you press the video part, the audio will select itself. When you press the audio part, the video will select itself, so that you don't lose track and it doesn't lose track of each other. This voice is following the clip, all right? But you can also, in cases where you don't need the audio, you only need the video, you can unselect this, deselect this, and you see it deselected. You can now click the video, and only the video will select. You can click the audio, and only the audio will select. All right, so that's that about that. These other parts, they are markers. This is timeline, display, edit. You don't need some of those things usually until you get to understand Premiere Pro a lot. In fact, I have not even used this marker in a long time. Like coming here to select it, I've not used it in a long time. All right, so moving on. This is 8 o'clock already. So moving on, I'm just going to cut some of these stuffs and reduce them to fitting. All right, I could increase this to start, and you could click blank places to delete, and it will join them together. Blank spaces to delete, and it will join them together. All right, that what I did was just control Z, click the blank space, and I press delete or backspace, and it will delete what's not useful there. Anything you click, just like if I click this one and I click delete, it will delete. The same way you click a blank space and delete it, it will delete. All right, I hope you guys are following. Okay, the reason why I'm making the audio separate is because sometimes you have seen some videos whereby it's just like um, like, okay, for example, when you were shooting your A roll, you shot some B rolls, and when you shot your B roll, you don't need the audio of the B roll. Probably this you are showing the leg, or someone is you are doing a product shoot, and you are displaying, you are showing what's a product. Look, an example of a product. You are showing a a shirt, or someone wearing a shirt, or you are just showing a hanger. All right. All right. So that's just uh, you not needing audio. You don't need the audio there. All right. So that's just about that. You could just not need the audio. So now let's talk about um, audios now. Let's talk about audios now. This is the audio panel. All right. We're going to get into this in a minute. Let me check if there's any other question. Uh, all right. So let me check if there's any other question. All right. All right. So there's no question yet. So I'll move on. I hope you guys are following. How do I identify my group? I'm not sure what that question is for me. All right. I'm moving on. So you guys have learned about the chords. This how to chords. This is the razor tool. You can bring it up by pressing C on your keyboard, and it will come up. You can click, you can bring up your selection to V by pressing V on your keyboard. It comes up. So usually for every video editor, you need to quickly learn all the shortcuts so that you can help you to be more productive, and it doesn't consume your time by going to carrying your mouse, go to um, razor cut icon tool, and then you come and then you click cut, you click cut, and then you go back to selection tool to come and select it. Learn the shortcuts. All right, learn the shortcuts. This is C. This is the most useful one that you need is the C and the V. Oh, luckily they are side by side on the keyboard. All right, so this is your ripple tool. Ripple tool, this is your ripple tool. I said I was going to explain what ripple tool does. Ripple tool helps you to you could click and delete some clips. You could reduce the length of this clip. All right, this is where I wanted to get to. So I can click and reduce the length. Then as I'm reducing the length, all other videos after it will come, will follow it too, will join back up. All right. So I could also do that same thing by just clicking and deleting it with your what's it called, with your selection tool, but there will be a blank space. Did you see that? There's a blank space. All right. I'm doing that again. There's a blank space when I click and delete. I click and drag. You see the red panel, red icon that is showing that I want to delete. If I bring it to this side, it's showing that I'm deleting to the end. I'm deleting to the left. If it comes to the front, I'm deleting to the front. Even if it's videos that are side by side like this one now, when you come here, you see it's going to click on this one and face here. When you face like this, it's going to click on this one and face here. So if you are dragging it forward, it will not move. All right. If you are dragging it forward, it will not move because there's a clip blocking it. If you are dragging it backward, it will move. All right. So this is now where the function of this ripple edit works. It works in the ways that, all right. So I can click and then delete forward, delete to my left, and it deletes some of the clips. The same way I can also increase the length of the clips with this same ripple editing tool. I can increase it, and all other clips after it will move forward for it. That's the function of this clip. All right, we are still moving on to learning about how these tools so that you so I hope you guys are using that tool already, using those tools already. So all right, so that's the clip, and that's a video we look forward to exporting now. All right, so let's quickly import all right, so guys, you can see some of these clips have audios that I don't need. For example, I don't need this audio, I don't need this audio, I don't need this audio of us thing, but then I imported all of them and the audios came with it. It was only this one that I did not bring in the audio with it because I selected only the video clip from here. You guys can remember from here. I dragged only the video and it came in alone. If I had dragged it from the screen, from it, grabbed and dragged it, it would have brought the audio with it. Right? You understand? Alright, but then I think I need this audio to show that she's pedaling and the sound of the pedaling will come up with it. So I can either delete this or go and drag the video again and bring it on it so that it can delete it from under. Alright, that's what it does. When you put a video over another video, it will delete the one on it. But if you put it up, like above it, it will stay above. But don't forget, if you are dragging a video that has a audio and you are putting it above another video, it will the audio is not moving. It's only the video that's moving. You move down, the audio will move. You move up, the video will move up. All right. So it's best that you know what you are doing per time. All right. So I don't need some of these audios. So I'm just going to unlink I can do it in two ways. Unlink this audio from this video by right clicking. You see right clicking and then you see unlink. When you click on link, the two of them will separate from each other. All right, that's one way. Or the second way, I could come here and select this on link selection and then just come and click the audio and then delete. Click the audio and delete. Click the audio and delete. All right, that's just editing audio. Depending on the audios that you don't need, I only need this audio. That's why I selected them. All right, so Thank goodness I'm back. My sincere apologies. Had a big glitch on my network here, and I've been struggling to pull it back up. But it's been proven stubborn. I hope Nigeria will get over this. I hope we'll get over this in Nigeria. All right. Sincerely apologize, guys. We're back up. So let's. We are. Our time is actually fast spent. Fast spent. Thank you, guys. Thank you, P. All right, guys. So let's move on. So I want to quickly move on to bringing in audio. All right, importing audio. So it's just as similar as importing a video. A video. The same way you can import audio, the same way you can import video. In fact, you can import a video. Probably you downloaded a video from YouTube, Instagram or TikTok, any of a platform, probably Google, and you just want to use the video, the audio part of a video. So maybe in one of these music videos, this your soundtrack or something, you could just go to your download it, then copy the files to your editing folder, and then drag it into your timeline, or you go through the importing patterns that I've taught you earlier. All right, so I just want to bring in audio for myself also so that I can work with. Give me a minute to find a suitable audio file for you guys. Oh, okay, so so I'm just gonna make do with this upbeat. All right. So you guys, you can go on YouTube. You can download several ways. You can download audio files. You can go on YouTube, search for cinematic. In case you want to do, you need a background music. You can just search for background music, and you see varieties, different varieties. But always try to, in case you are downloading from YouTube, you want to get a YouTube video audio and you want to use it on YouTube so that they will not flag it down. You have to always look for um, copyright free. Always add copyright free music soundtrack on your any of the videos you are searching for. Always make sure they don't have copyright. They are copyright free. All right. So I just brought in this upbeat. I can double click and you see the part wave pattern. I don't know if you can hear my audio actually. Can you guys hear my audio? You can see the audio signal playing because I'm playing a audio. All right. Let me see in the comment section if you can hear my audio. Can I see in the comment section? Can you see my audio, sir? Can you hear my audio? Oh, all right. I think we can only share screen. You can't share audio. No problem. I will show you guys. Probably we'll send the link or we'll upload the edited or finished form to you guys, and then for you guys, and then we'll upload it on a drive that we can send you the link through your mail. So I'm just gonna drag in. You see, I can click and drag in my audio. You can't click and drag from here. You just have to come here, this audio part. Then you click and drag it in your video, or you just come here where your project panel and just click and drag it in. You see that a audio file is not come with any video file, not come with a video. But every video has comes with a audio except it has been deleted. All right. Almost every video comes with a audio. The audio might be blank. My audio might be silent, but might not be a sound in there. But usually, most videos come with audio. But in case you download a video without audio, it's still fine. So this is just a rough work. So this is the audio file. All right. So you can always increase to see the wave of your audio. And then one thing you have to remember as a video editor is that transitions help you a lot, help your video. Transitions help your video to look good and professional and cinematic. Transitions are important. But transition is not just you adding all this effect. Okay, let me just take you through the effects panel to show you the transitions, the preset transitions um, on Premiere Pro. So once you click effects, you will see a lot of things here: presets, the metric presets, audio effects, audio transitions, video effects, video transitions. All right. Just as the name implies, this video effect and video transitions works on only videos. Audio effect and audio transition works on only audios. So the most important one is the most important video. You see, it's longer than my video, so I'm just going to ripple delete. So I just did the ripple delete so that because I don't need the end part. So there, so all right. So for some of you that probably are editing a video, I'm going to take this properly. All right, our time is actually fast spent. All right, we're going to take this editing audios properly next class. All right, we're going to dig deep into editing audios. All right, so but then for the time being, let me just take you through a little bit for you to uh, reduce the volume of audio. You can always come to open you can open it. There are several ways actually. You can increase the same. You remember the way I increased this just now? I increased by dragging. You see, you drag it to check how wide your audio is. It's too wide, probably it's too loud. It's louder than the main video. Maybe you are editing a video that like a podcast, and you will just need the audio to be at the background. You don't want the audio to overshadow. So you just come and then right click, and you check audio gain. You see audio gain when you right click, you will see audio gain. I hope you guys are seeing that audio gain. So this is set gain to, you see different things here. Set gain to adjust gain by normalize peak, normalize all peaks. So there are different ways you can reduce the gain. Gain is same thing as volume. Gain is almost same thing as volume. It's just a similar. I think it's more or less like um, dictionary difference. I don't know. So, but for us, gain is the same thing as your volume. How loud? You can also say that loudness is the same thing as volume. All right. So that's just English, English, English. So for sound engineers, sound guys, they deal mostly with gain. All right. So gain is for audio. So you can reduce this gain. You can reduce the gain and increase the gain to increase volume, or reduce to reduce volume. All right. So the lower you go, the lesser you hear the sound. Okay, so let me just show you something. If you I just click cancel so that I can show you something. If I play this sound, let's check out. By the way, if you are playing your audio, if you are playing your video and it's lagging and it's not playing through very well, maybe it's just jumping. All right, you can come here to your program sequence, your program source. What's it called again now? You can come here to your programs preview, and then you see this part that is showing 1 over 2. There is full, there's 1 over 2, there's 1 over 4. So you can reduce it to 1 over 4. That is like a preview. It shows, but it will just look a little bit fuzzy on your screen when you are playing back. It's just for you to be able to play back your video. All right. But if you're having a laptop that you're having a system that is more very powerful, you can always put it on full so that you can see clearly what you are playing. All right, you can see clearly what you are playing. It will play at the same resolution. What this just does is that it reduces the resolution to play back. It reduces halfway. It reduces for 1/4, quarter or whatever, 1/4, whatever it's called. All right. So if peradventure this was a 4K, I'm editing in a 4K. Remember we were editing in 1080p. Peradventure if I was editing in 1080p is same thing as HD, full HD. All right. So that's when you see FHD, the same thing as 1080p. If it's 4K, 4K is a higher version, is higher than 1080p. All right. So 4K is like 38 by 40, 21, 2160. That's 2160 by 3450 or thereabout. I'm not very sure about but you can check online to confirm the number. I can even help you check right here. Let's see. Let's try and bring in a new sequence and check 4K. Oh, I'm not sure 4K. You have any 4K? Yeah. Oh, there's no 4K here, but there can be 4K when I want to export. So there can be 4K when I want to export. Let me see that. Guys, just hold on for me. Oh, time is fast spent. I'm sorry, guys. I just need to tell you this. So if I'm playing on 4K, I can always reduce my playback to about 1/8. I can reduce back to about 1/8. So that's just for so I'm playing at 1/4 so that you can preview easily. So for me to reduce this volume, I was saying that you can check your audio signal here. You are seeing the left and right here. All right, you can see it playing. So if you reduce your volume, this bar will reduce. Maybe so once you get to minus 48, you might not be able to hear anything again. But the best place your audio is always, the main audio is always around -6. If you check it, this will play almost between -6 to 0, -6 to 0. Can you see that -6? And you can see -6 from that place. Now you guys can see what I'm saying. That's -6. It's playing around -6. That's a balanced audio. That's the best place audio can. That's the best place your audio can be. That's loud. Don't let your audio to be louder than that because it will start to um the sound will start to distort. All right. So if we have our main audio, our main sound around. Okay, let me use this as an example. All right, Control Z, link back. So let me use this as an example. So this is my main audio. All right, I'm going to just, I can mute this part by, you see a M around this side, M. You can select that to mute a panel among all your panels. I can mute this one or mute this one depending on which one. So you can see where this sound is playing now is around -18. So if my background is on -6, you are sure that -6 is louder than -18. So I want to either increase my main audio, that audio gain, increase my main audio to increase it by, let's say, is around -18. So I'm going to increase it by, let's say, 4. All right. So it can increase. You see, it goes up. So I can now reduce my background sound, my background audio. I can reduce my background audio to about, I can reduce my background audio to about, let me say -6. Let me check how that is now. It's still quite loud. All right. So another way to reduce it is by dragging this line. You see a line, you can drag this line down a little, and then you see that it will reduce. That's a faster way to reduce your audio. All right, you can reduce it. All right, then I can reduce, if I increase this part very well, I can increase this audio to my. So let's check that out now. You see, this one is too loud now. So the audio is just beneath. You see? Are you guys seeing the signal, the difference? This is the background sound. This is the background sound. Then it gets to the other part. I've increased it. You understand now? So if you are probably working with a podcast or voiceover or something, you have your main audio louder. You want to have your main audio or louder than the background. That's the best way you can do that. So that's just that. All right. So for us to export, so I'm just going to reduce this, and then let's put a transition to end this audio. You can do a fade out for your audio. You can do a fade out for your audio. The same way you have fade for video, the same way you have fade out. So let's go. You can come to audio transition and remove crossfade. So there's exponential fade, there's constant power, there's constant gain. So I'm just going to use exponential fade. You can try that out, try the difference out to see what the difference is. All right, so let's increase this and then put an exponential fade at the end. Drag, drop. All right, just click drag and drop. All right, so I want only this audio, I want this video to continue. I want the video part to continue without its audio. So I will just unlink here and then drag the video to continue, then relink back. And then I can also put a crossfade, come to video transition, come to dissolve, and you see a cross dissolve. I can put it at the end, click. I'm clicking and dragging to the end. All right. So this is where I'm ending this whole video for today, the class for today. So if I click and drag, you see the sound was reducing gradually. You see the audio bar is reducing gradually. That's the way it goes. And then the video fades to black. All right. So let's put a crossfade to the beginning also. Let's put a crossfade to the beginning also. All right. Crossfade, cross dissolve to the beginning of the video. I think um the video is not long enough, so I'm just gonna put this at the beginning. And then you can always increase the length of your effect or transition. So I'm coming to audio also to add a cross exponential fade so that it can fade in, the sound can fade in. It's just for example. It's not necessary that you do that. So the audio comes in gradually. All right. So that's about that. That's about audio for today. And then let's just try and click export. Export this. We have 1 minute to go. Let me just quickly export this for you guys. So to export, you can just click file, come to export, and then come to media, or you see a shortcut is Control M, so you can come to media, or you just click on your timeline and click Control M, and then you get to export face. Or from the edit part, you can always click export here. That's three ways to export. So your exporting file name is going to export to location where you were editing, where you are saving your file. Is exporting to that same folder. All right. So you can leave all these details. We'll explain all these details to you some other time. But you can rename your name of your file. Let's say export one. Export one. All right. So that's just the name of the file, and then I click export. All the settings of my timeline is the same as the way it will come out. So you can see the estimated file size is 24 MB. It's going to export at 1920 by 1080. So I'm clicking export, and then it's going to take its time. It's not taking long because we did not do too many effects, and then it's taking this long because of my laptop. I'm using a 10. I'm using a 8 gig RAM, so it could have been faster if I was using probably a 60 gig RAM, 16 gig RAM. All right, and then what we worked on is just 9 seconds. All right, so that's about that, guys. That's about that on. Oh, you guys are not seeing that part. Oh, you can try this at home. Try it at your leisure time, and let's see how it goes. Yes, we'll do all this for on CapCut again in the next class. So let me try and thank you, facilitator. Thank you, guys. We'll see you. Okay, questions. All right. I will take all of your questions in the next class, guys. I will take all of your questions. Thank you very much. God bless you all. See you on the next class. God bless you.